Peter Obi throws support behind Tinubu administration's decision to raise electricity tariff. How did Peter Obi throw his support? Because I know that whatever Peter Obi says, they will always twist it around to say his consent has been received or whatever. And then tomorrow now they will say Tinubu is not making any mistake. After all, whatever he decided to do, he agreed with both PDP and Labour Party candidates. That even if Peter Obi or Atiku were to be president, they would have still done what Tinubu is doing. That's exactly that how they would tilt the narrative to reflect that Tinubu is doing the right thing. I don't understand this one. No. So let's dive into the details to see how Peter Obi supported Tinubu's decision to hike electricity tariff in Nigeria, because I don't understand. Peter Obi throws support behind Tinubu's administration decision to raise electricity tariffs. The Labour Party's 2023 presidential candidate, Peter Obi, has aligned himself with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administrations regarding a recent increase in electricity tariff. In a statement on Sunday, Obi expressed his belief that raising electricity tariff for affluent individuals is a prudent decision. So the affluent individuals are the ones in the band A that they said they are divided everything from band A to band E. Okay. So this endorsement comes in the wake of the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission's approval of a tariff hike for band A customers last Tuesday. Obi believes that such measures offer a viable solution to Nigeria's ongoing electricity challenges, particularly emphasizing the need to address the issue of power generation. So according to Obi, implementing tariff increases in urban areas where residents can afford it is a reasonable approach. He argued that while there is a pressing need to bolster power generation effort, it is essential to consider the plight of the majority of Nigerians who are grappling with economic hardship. So Obi emphasized the importance of supporting individuals in less privileged areas to improve their living standards and foster economic productivity. He believes that by empowering people in these communities to engage in productive activities, Nigeria can effectively combat poverty and transition from a consumption-driven economy to one focused on production. Can you imagine? So at the end of the day now, you're telling us that because you're telling us that, increasing electricity tariff from band A, the band A people are the people living in affluence in Nigeria who are in urban areas, and they are the people that can afford it. Remember that whether people are in urban or rural areas, over 80% of Nigerians are poor and are living in, below $1 average per capita income. So all this one we're saying affluence. If you go to Lagos now, you see Lagos as high-brow area. How many people are surviving in Lagos? Or if you go to Abuja, it's Abuja, the seat of federal government. How many people are surviving in Abuja suburbs? We need to understand this. So what criteria are you using to set up band A, and what criteria are you using to charge them higher than the rest? At the end of the day, you are still going to see most of the people getting estimated bill for energy they did not consume in those urban areas as well. So if you go to urban areas like Ajah, for instance, in Lagos, Lekki Axis, apart from Ikoyi, Lekki Phase 1 and VI, who are the people enjoying in that Axis? Nobody. If you go down to Ajah, if you go down to Shongotedo, if you go down to all those areas, you see that there are more. These are the indigenous people occupying those areas, and they are living below $1 per capita income per day. And those are the people you say because they are in Ajah or they are in Lekki Axis, all of them, you count them as people in affluence. How do you manage that? We need to understand. If you go to Abuja now, you'll be comparing people in the outskirts of Abuja to the people living close to Aso Rock, and you call them band A. So sometimes the criteria they use in categorizing citizens or in categorizing what they do, sometimes are not very clear and, difficult to grapple with. I don't understand. Now you are saying that people in band A will pay more, and Peter Obi is agreeing. Yes, on a general concept, to be able to close the gap between the rich and the poor, that makes a bit of sense. That is what is done in advanced countries. But in Nigeria, how would you even know who is rich and who is poor? Because almost everybody is suffering at this moment. That is the truth. Moreover, we are in a country where you receive bill for energy you did not consume, whether you are in a rural area or urban area. That is the truth again. So how can you defend that? Somebody now is living in a 3-bedroom flat, well-fenced house. They will give him more than 100,000 naira bill per month, even when the light does not come. Transformers are busting almost every minute. And you are, some people get light once in a week, and you give them bill for energy they did not consume, and you expect them to pay. There's nothing you can do. At the end of the day, they will just keep you quiet, cut the electricity, and take it. I'm not going to pay. I'm not going to pay. Again, will that take away the corruption that is in this discourse, that is electricity distribution companies or the marketing companies? Will it still curb the corruption there? Because it's talking about, like in Lagos, it's talking about EKDC, or you are talking about, what do they call them? Ikeja, IKDC, or whatever you call them. So at the end of the day, those workers there, are you going to remove, their mind from corruption? Because they also go to sabotage some of these things for little stipends they get as bribery from consumers. So I don't understand how they're going to implement this, but I see it as one of those failed projects in Nigeria. But using Peter Obi's name to validate what they're doing is another concern that I have. How can we using Peter Obi's name to validate what you are doing? Because at the end of the day, it will look like Peter Obi has agreed, therefore Tinubu is not making a mistake. I don't understand. And some say using Peter Obi's name to validate incompetence and cluelessness. Exactly. And some say Omokri Buwala Etta will be blind to this policy positives from Peter Obi. Of course, they will keep quiet. And somebody say leave Peter Obi face your work, fix Nigeria and stop talking nonsense. That's what somebody is saying here. They are all the same, Jari. All politicians are the same. Some say, why are they always looking for endorsement from Peter Obi? That is a very big question. Even personally, I don't understand why they're always looking for endorsement. They like to drag Peter Obi's name into it to validate whatever they're doing so that it will look like they are getting it right. But it doesn't work like that all the time. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has already supported states to generate electricity in their state. How? Has he signed the bill into law to allow states to generate their power and then distribute it within the state without connecting to a national grid? Has that bill been signed? Because we need to understand. Just like the way he made promise to establish state police, but nothing has been signed yet, no agreement in place. So how can we, agree that all of that has been done? So using Peter Obi's name to validate whatever they're doing is what we're struggling to understand. Okay? And somebody say, which people are band A? Nothing like that. I pay 18,000 a month in Enugu. They are stealing from us. Obi that is talking will not know what this EDC, that's Enugu Distribution Company criminals, are doing. They are evil. Stop supporting evil. If he becomes president, he will fumble Abi. No, that is not what we're saying. We are saying that Obi should not blindly support some things that Tinubu is doing. If not, they might drag his name into the mud as well. Okay, someone say use fuel. Is the 18K a constant? Can you imagine? You will not understand. So Obi has to be careful when he's supporting some policies coming from Tinubu, because they will drag his name into the mud. That is my take from that. Thank you for listening, and let's have your comment.